Hello, audio marks coming to you from the Sage Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, CJ, Joe, and Jared. Woo! The four horsemen of podcasting. Four casuals turned Marks wrestling fans who give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. Enter the ring at your own risk. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let's hit it!
Well, it's time for the Marks for Life podcast. Why am I echoing?
What's a March for Life podcast?
I said Marks, but the way I'm echoing sounds like I said March. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Are you the only
there.
one echoing?
It sounds like I am. I don't know.
No, I hear you.
Our somber opening to this week's Marks for Life podcast. We have a full studio here. Because we have to try and get our way through Evolution predictions, and that's going to be fun as always. And no, Jimmy, I'm still hearing an echo. Okay. So we're going to have to figure that out when we go to break.
This is a hell of an intro, by the way.
Hey, I am very distraught over a very personal favorite of mine. Of course, everyone has heard the news better. Everyone has heard the news about Roman Reigns to this point, or you've been living under a rock since Monday, how Roman Reigns had to relinquish the Universal Championship and take an undetermined hiatus from WWE television because of his ongoing battle with leukemia, which is now resurfaced. And I have been a personal fan of Roman Reigns since day one. I don't think anyone who listens to this podcast needs any explanation or clarity on that. And I have a shirt, and I think that...
Is that your persuasive? Is that your persuasive?
I'm so sorry.
Wait a minute. Is that, we were with you. It was dead quiet. But was that your persuasive technique? Like, you had it. You were like anyone who listens, no, day one, I have a shirt. Like, if that doesn't convince you, I'm a massive Roman. I bought a shirt. Like, let me tell you something. I bought a shirt.
Hold up, Joe. I know exactly how you feel. I feel the same way about Rusev, but
do you
have a shirt?
Do you have a shirt? And you don't have a if you don't have a shirt.
No, wait.
And Rusev doesn't win matches.
But Joe has two shirts.
Oh, two? All right. We're convinced.
I was the only person within, 1,000-seat radius of us at the Garden that was actually cheering when Roman Reigns came out.
Oh, God.
And now that this information has come out...
Wearing a shirt.
Stop, let him finish.
As I said, undetermined hiatus, so we give our thoughts and prayers out to Roman. Joanna Wa'i, I think, now takes more center stage over the character of Roman Reigns. The character has been booed by people across the nation, across the world, but you can't have any ill feelings towards the man, and that doesn't become any less true today. So we really hope to see Roman make his way back and fight this and beat this, not even as a fan, but just to see his quality of life back to where it was when he was, on top of the world. And now we sit here, none of us really could even have seen something like this coming.
No one did. The announcers, Corey Graves was crying.
I have a quick question, and anyone in this podcast, I'm including Joe in this. Did any of us really know that he had leukemia, or am I the only one?
Absolutely not.
Because I've never read any article or anything that he spoke about.
I think he purposely kept this.
He kept it close to the vest.
I don't think he wanted anyone to know.
I'm totally okay with that. I was just wondering if anyone else knew.
No.
I might have read up on it, but I think it still came as a shock.
I read rumors that he might be injured, but
that definitely the injury.
Right, but as far as anything as if like fighting in something for the past 11 years or longer, nothing.
I have a bigger question. So because of this, is this what finally gets Roman over?
Yeah, I know. I'm
being completely serious.
Come on, man.
You can't boo this guy if he wins.
No,
you can't boo him, period.
You can boo him, but now it's like just being a dick.
Well, look, I do want to call
when
out,
he comes back, he's gonna get cheered. Like
whoever is the dick in the live audience that shouted at Roman Reigns, "You still suck."
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm sorry.
You need to be put into an institution and beaten with objects every single day, ranging from blunt to very sharp. And if I ever see
that's
you,
a very impassioned way.
Are we escalating it, or are we starting with
How
very
do you-
sharp and then going to blunt?
How do you
or,
beat
like,
someone with a sharp object?
if I see him,
I think very easily.
Listen,
You don't have to use the flat
have you
end
ever,
of it.
CJ? Have you ever played Dead Rising?
No.
You could beat something with a sharp object.
I've
but
never seen
if
that.
If I
video
see
game.
that man walking through the streets, he will be Superman punched and speared through the nearest plate glass window.
I think
WrestleMania 17 style.
I think that regardless of that poor soul that Joe will be stalking for the next several years, that it was good to see that, he came out to his usual mixed reviews. Then once he said, my real name is Joe and I've been fighting
Everyone's like,
leukemia, you
"Shit."
just see everyone understand okay.
Like it
We-
got more quiet at a Roman
Yeah.
Reigns promo than
Right.
ever before.
And we all, most people except Joe have a problem with Roman's booking, myself included. I don't think he should be pushed. I think he's very talented. I do. And I think his mic skills have improved. I do believe
I don't think
all of
anyone
that.
argues that. I think it's just
It's
a
just
matter
the
of
way
being-
he is.
It's just a manner of how
The-
Vince and Co. just keep shoving
Oh.
things
Yeah,
down
and
our
and
throats.
and
The
I
shitty-
get it. I get
The
it.
shitty part is that this is the. I'm being serious though. This is the thing that gets Roman over. The fact this makes him the most relatable.
The hardest
he's
thing
human.
was-
But it's like we shouldn't be talking about that right now because we're
shouldn't,
just
but-
trying to make sure he even comes back.
But it's
like,
a big
why are
topic.
we?
It's a
for
topic.
the last
it's-
year of television, Roman Reigns has been made to look like a superhero. And besides a couple years ago when he was on the shelf with that hernia injury that he had, where it kind of derailed.
It's
his
been largely
push.
successful.
It's been Cena part. It's been the
he's
second.
been an Iron Man.
It's
He
been the
had-
new Cena.
But-
He's
That's
been an
really what it's
Iron
been.
Man, except for when everyone was making out in the locker room, that whole mumps thing got around. That
Yeah,
was but
thi-
he's
Right.
been
This
an
makes him
Iron
human.
Man, and
Right.
but now it's something that anyone can have this happen. It's the most humbling thing to know that a guy who seems like
He's
the
larger than
healthiest
life. Yeah.
individual. And each one of these superstars, you see them working out every single day, just keeping themselves, so healthy, and that's why it's going to be so much harder for someone to come back from, like him, to come back from this, because it's like if Jared or I tore up our knee, it would take less time for us to come back because we don't demand as much from it. When any sort of athlete deals with something like this, deals with any health problem, it takes them so much more to make their body to a point where they can redo what they were doing again. And now we sit at a point where people have been saying it could be 2 or 3 years.
And especially when it comes to cancer, it's just so unpredictable how your
yeah,
body
exactly.
So
how
I
your
was-
body heals and gets through it and deals with it. Like
This is something he's beaten before and forced into remission before.
but we don't know how long that was. Lord knows how long it took him to.
Well, they said
to
said
do
they said
that.
it had been in remission since 2008, but I don't know when that's
Right, I don't know when it actually. So we there's really no way of knowing.
Well, unless you do, actual reporting and stuff like that to find out. But none of us are reporters to really go.
And I don't even think it's out there, to be completely honest. Maybe
I-
maybe over time as he fights this,
I think
more
if
will
enough
come
people
out.
care in the world of journalism that actually
They'll start to dig, I guess.
A
Yeah,
lot-
I don't
probably.
think they should.
There's
to be
been a
honest.
No, just leave it alone.
There's been a
probably,
lot
yeah.
of news coverage though. From everyone from
Everyone.
ABC News,
It's
to
literally
Madison Square
been
Garden.
the top thing to talk about in
There's
wrestling
been
overall
so
over
much
all the other
support.
stuff, including still the ongoing shitstorm that is Crown Jewel of Saudi Arabia. Whatever the fuck is going on with Charlotte, which we'll get to when we talk about Evolution. A potential return of Eva Marie that I saw.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
That's
Yeah,
not
it's-
news.
Listen,
That
it
doesn't dominate
was
any
on
headlines.
Sheets, and Ryan sat
But-
and talked to her for like 30 fucking
This is
minutes.
on ABC though.
But-
Right,
Roman-
like
Yeah,
forget.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Right, like
this
forget.
got over
yeah.
all of that.
Like
and
forget
all the
wrestling
other
though. This
other
isn't. This isn't even wrestling. This is big. The ESPN is putting this in their bottom line. This is like one of the biggest sports story, not just wrestling, sports stories in the world right now.
because it came out of left field too.
It is.
There's been so much respect and support. The athletic director of Georgia Tech, who,
Yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know, is where Roman Reigns used to play college football, gave a great statement out to him. It's just, it has spread. I've been listening to ESPN radio every single morning on my way to work, and this story comes up, and it's all over the place. It is out there. This is probably the biggest widespread wrestling coverage for at least the entire 2010s.
Yeah, like this isn't a retirement. You know what I mean? Like this isn't like someone has neck issues, but they're you know what I mean?
This is
And they
bigger
got to
than
just
Daniel
stop.
Bryan coming back.
Right,
Yeah.
like it's not like it's a guy that he himself is gonna live, but he just can't wrestle anymore. Like an Edge. This is someone that literally forget the sport, now has to fight for their life after making so many sacrifices for this business. Whether you booed him, whether you cheered him, and now someone who is arguably the most popular / polarizing figure in WWE right now is now going to fight for his life for a second time. And it is just so humbling. It is crushing. It is just the biggest shock since I've been a fan. And it's just unbelievable. And you can't do anything else but just wish him all the best.
In my
and pray he
time
gets back.
of being a wrestling fan, I've seen CM Punk's pipe bomb. I've seen Daniel Bryan's sudden retirement, as well as Edge's sudden retirement. And I've even seen Paige's. All of this, all of it pales in comparison to a sudden drop, like Roman Reigns, to name drop his name. My name's Joe, and for the past 11 years I've been battling leukemia.
Right.
Is
the amount of courage that it takes to stand in the ring and just say that.
And the crazy part is,
because he didn't have to do that.
Not only did he not have to do that, he didn't have to do that in front of everyone for the first time. Creative didn't know, and not many people backstage.
The announcers had no
didn't
idea.
know.
Michael Cole, Corey was crying. Like they showed him, and Michael Cole. One thing I always say about Michael Cole is whether you love him or hate him,
The most professional
Yes.
person
And-
on that announcement.
And when real stuff happens, like with Jerry Lawler, he just
Yes.
knows how to just articulate himself so wonderfully. And I kind of wish I wish they would have him like ad lib more of his own stuff instead of just constantly reading from the script. Because when he really speaks, like it's good. And
Michael Cole was a war journalist at one point, right?
That's how his career started.
Yeah, that's how he can handle himself in these kind of
so
situations.
he just like articulated it so well. And Renee is obviously very close because her and Dean and Roman and I didn't know Corey Graves is very close. Apparently their kids spend time together. So
Well, yeah,
it's just unbelievable how so many people are so close to him, and he has touched so many people. It's crazy.
Yeah, back I think when NXT was FCW, him, Corey, and I think Rusev, they were all like friends and stuff like that back in Florida.
Yeah.
Back in those days.
I don't think there's a soul that dislikes him. Like
he
he's
was
just,
the
Well, what about
biggest-
that one guy that said you still suck?
Well,
all
that's
right,
a fan,
like
though,
like
but,
as far as like the athlete, the
He
superstars
was the
and those.
biggest personality in that locker room. Everyone in that
Did
locker
you guys
room
catch
had
his
respect for him.
the Aleister Black story that popped up? So Aleister Black, in regards to the Roman Reigns news, Aleister Black actually told a story when he was touring back last year with the main WWE roster. He had a match at a live event against Kurt Hawkins, and he would talk about how, traveling for 20 years, he would always be brought up with with respect for the locker room. So he would always try and, at least in the new locker room, he would stay and clean up, make sure all the new veterans had water, and he continued that trait to WWE. And with him, he did that a lot. And with WWE Live event, he did that, and Roman Reigns actually came up to him and was like, "You don't have to do that anymore. You just have to bust your ass. You already earned it. You're not a rookie." And to Aleister Black, that meant the world because, guys like Rollins and Reigns and Balor, Ambrose, giving him that kind of respect. Like that's the type of validation a rookie needs. And
Right.
Roman Reigns was viewed as that veteran that could give people that kind of validation. Like, you don't have to earn your spot in the locker room anymore. You've earned it.
Right.
You're one of us. You're one of the boys. And Roman Reigns has touched a lot of people, and a lot of coverage and a lot of sympathies have been thrown his way.
Yeah.
New Japan has thrown sympathies again. We mentioned Madison Square Garden actually having a graphic for Roman Reigns, wishing him the best.
Yeah, there's a tweet about it I just seen. That MSG just put out. It says, "Get well soon at WWE Roman Reigns. Bicep curl emoji. # thank you Roman." And I have a whole bunch of other ones too that I can read off too.
Yeah, that's what I think I appreciate just so much is whether you booed him or cheered him, like when it really came down to this, where you're looking at the man himself and and everyone knows just how amazing of a guy he is. Very similar to Cena. Everyone knows John Cena is just an A+ guy, but you boo and cheer based on how it was booked. And it's just the same thing, and it's just so good to see that now that this shit has finally hit the fan with this, and you're really just seeing him stripped down as a man, that just really, except for that one piece of garbage, everyone, 99.99% is completely behind him, and that is so great.
Murder you, Zach. I will hunt you down.
All right. Let's segue out because before Joe
let's get away from
signs
the
up a
Roman,
police report for us.
Let's move away from the Roman Reigns aspect
actually-
of it to, I think, the WWE part of it.
Yeah, let's
Right,
talk
like,
about the
the
ramifications.
yeah, right.
As of this past week on Monday Night Raw, there were quite a few changes, quite a few turns that would have made Big Show happy.
Sorry, I left way too hard.
Lord knows what the point of that is. I like how the New Day commented on that on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like they were just saying, like, he just keeps flip flop. Like, I'm just
He
like,
flip
that's
flops
great.
more than a flapjack.
Yeah, right. I'm just like, that's great.
But we've had
Yeah.
three turns on Monday Night Raw, and a lot of this was due to Roman Reigns. There have been plans for these guys to have turned, but not as immediately as it had, and which goes to show how much of a pivotal role Roman Reigns had in the company's foreseeable future. The first one I wanted to talk to you guys about was Elias. Elias, he had a match with Apollo Crews. Of course, Elias won. Thank you, Elias. Elias goes to try and do a concert. Baron Corbin says, nah. Elias says, yeah, I'm a fan. Steph's a fan of me. Let me play. Baron sends him to the back after shutting off his mic, and Elias decides to smash him with his guitar.
Fantastic.
I am so happy that Elias is...
I think it's
Is he back
smart.
to our good graces now after just being really bad for a while.
He's always been in my good graces.
Yeah, I always
Well,
liked him. I did always like
We talked
him.
about how we were kind of
He's like a. I mean, he was
slumped down
kind.
from Elias ever since like the beginning of this year.
I kind of consider him, sort of like a joke because of what he does.
I thought you
That's
said
why
a
we
joke.
like-
out there.
I
But,
thought you
but
said a Joe for a second. I'm like, damn.
But, like-
that's why we liked it though. Like
Right.
it is like it's the joke, but it's like the one that just keeps giving us new
right,
fresh
exactly.
things.
So I think it's really good. I thought it. Now my question is, what I'm curious about is, do you think that had to do with Roman leaving and they wanted to get another face?
Yes, exactly.
You think that's what?
That's the biggest thing that's going around right now with that the fact that Roman Reigns leave. They need a lot of faces.
Right.
They had plans for, and in the past couple weeks there have been a lot of turns. Bobby Lashley doing a double turn with Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens.
But that was because of the what
the
was
knee
going on
surgery,
with it,
which
right.
when Owens comes back, he's going to be one of the biggest faces out there.
Right.
And also there's reports of Bobby Lashley getting injured, which sucks.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I know. But going back to Elias, they are really in need of some faces,
Right.
And Elias can carry that. He knows how to get a reaction from the crowd. He knows how to get a great heel reaction from the
Everyone
crowd.
already enjoys him.
And hates him at the same time.
Well, people will literally like. There's times like I remember when we were at Madison Square Garden, he starts bagging on all of us, and
Yes.
we're cheering him. We're just like, you guys are terrible. Yeah, we are.
like you're right. You're
Now
right.
he's gonna start bashing other cities when they're in the city that they're currently in. So
Right.
That's
So-
gonna be good.
Like
Yeah.
when he goes to New York, bash on Boston a little.
Exactly.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Right.
Or Philly. Which
Oh,
one?
please
Right.
bash Philly in New York. Oh, my God.
Right. So I think it's definitely good. I mean, anytime Baron Corbin
And they need
gets
a strong.
hit,
They need a strong mid card face.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they have as a strong mid card face?
I mean, I guess if you consider Finn Balor in the mid card, which
Yeah,
he's
well,
kind
now
of being
that-
booked
well-
like he is.
So this is what I've been thinking since this kind of happened, that there's this weird power vacuum now of who's really going to be the top guy for however long Roman is going to be. And there's at least 10 guys on the main roster right now that I can think of off the top of my head.
I can think of only 3.
I would my guess would be Seth is going to
Seth-
pick it
That's
up.
an obvious one.
That's
Seth,
the obvious
Braun,
one.
and AJ.
Well, are you talking? I'm talking about WWE as a whole.
As a whole?
Yeah, as
Well,
a whole.
when we-
I
I
think
can think of 10
I think
guys.
AJ is definitely going to be the
Yes.
guy for sure.
Well, automatically
He's-
he's already the top person because he's
Right.
still the world champion or
Right.
the WWE
I guess who's
champion.
taking over Raw? CJ. I agree. It's Braun and Seth for me.
Braun
I
and
mean,
Seth,
I
yeah.
think those.
Balor's done. Balor
Those
is.
it's a shame he shouldn't be, and he
I-
should be towards the top.
I posted up a thing on our Facebook about Balor, and it was actually really funny because I'm not sure if you guys know Japanese comics. It's like manga, and manga's the comics, anime is the Japanese television show, and then Netflix always does a Netflix live adaptation. There's a whole thing with Death Note about it. So it showed Balor from New Japan.
Yeah.
And he looked kind of cool, and then NXT he looked really awesome, and then Netflix takes over, and then he's just rainbow-colored Balor Club shirt. And it's like, Balor has been neutered so much that I really can't take it. Seriously,
Who did he just squashed someone? Who did he squash?
Bobby?
He rolled
Jinder?
up Bobby.
Well, now
Yeah.
that
Oh,
Roman's-
right. It wasn't a squash. No, he didn't squash. He
Lashley,
rolled up
something like
Lashley.
that.
He rolled
Well,
him
now
up.
that Roman's kind of out of the picture, there is like this. There is you can't tell me that there's
No,
not a vacuum.
there is a vacuum. I just don't think Balor is big enough to fill it.
I think he definitely
disagree.
is.
I disagree.
Oh,
with
he
that.
for sure. Will he? I don't think so.
He needs to
and
tap
it's a
more
shame.
into the demon.
Push Bobby
That's-
Roode.
No, Bobby
Oh.
Roode.
Well, I think that now that there
overhyped.
now that it's not really all about Roman, is that there is now this opportunity of guys really trying to get at that spot.
The
and
last
Balor
time
is
that
on
this
that
happened,
list.
Right.
last time this happened was when Stone Cold got that injury back in '99, and
You still
Rock
have to,
stepped up.
Yeah, because he was the only one that could.
Yeah, and
But this is a completely different scenario.
I'm not saying-
There's at least 10 guys. There's
not at least 10 guys.
Yes, there
no.
is.
10?
No, name
All right,
them.
yeah,
Name
let's
them.
do it.
Lay it down.
Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre,
I forgot
Daniel
Joe.
Bryan,
Eh.
The Miz, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. That's at least 8. I know that. Finn Balor.
These are great
And
guys. I don't know if
they're
if
not-
all of them can be number
They're also
one.
like
There-
Numero
I'm saying there's a
uno.
possibility that at least those 8 or 9 guys.
I'm gonna cut it down to 4 for you. Actually 5 that I agree with.
Brock
Braun,
Lesnar.
No, we will get to that. We will get to that. We will get to
Suplex
that.
City.
Kurt Angle,
Rey Mysterio,
The Undertaker.
John Cena,
Shawn Michaels,
Randy Orton,
Triple H.
Dolph Ziggler.
All right, let's just go all the way
Trey
back.
Hawkins.
But I agree with Drew. I agree with Braun, AJ, Seth, and Dean. But 2 of those guys are heels right now. So, you got top.
And I'm just
top
not.
faces I'm talking about.
I'm just not as
I'm just
sold
ta-
on.
I'm talking about top person and that could potentially become a face.
Elias could be the next.
Okay,
Charlotte?
that's 10 right.
Get the
okay,
fuck
10
out
right
of
there.
here, CJ.
10.
Get the fuck out of here
Charlotte?
right now.
Elias is mainstream. He
Wait,
could
did you
go
say
to
10?
Yeah, that's
Dillinger.
10 because now you can.
10.
Ty Dillinger.
10.
All right, so obviously that's our thoughts on Elias's turn.
Yeah.
We need a mid card face. Let's be real here.
It should have been Bobby Roode, but I
Should've
don't
been
know
Bobby
what-
Bobby
Lashley.
Roode should be a heel. Bobby Lashley should stay as a heel.
Kevin Owens might come back. I don't know. It's
Sami
a-
Zayn maybe. will
Sami
come
Zayn
back?
fell off the face of the earth.
I'm expecting Owens and Zayn to just come back together.
Oh, we were talking about this last week. Not main event of
Well,
WrestleMania.
we can't talk about that now.
WrestleMania. We have Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I would go for that.
Why do
Yeah,
Leo
sure.
Rush
Maybe
is
for-
going to
maybe
get
for-
murdered.
Maybe for payback, but not for WrestleMania.
You get David and Goliath on the same team.
But Bobby Lashley kind of injured both of them.
I know it's on purpose, but every time Leo Rush opens his mouth, like it is.
Like an
They start-
Enzo Amore all over
It's
again.
worse
They
for
started
me.
as a face. That was the weirdest.
Like
thing.
every time, Lashley. I want to get weapons. I do. I can't help it.
Ashley.
Yeah,
Ashley.
and I know it's on purpose, but it's like honestly angering me to my core when the bastard opens his mouth. I can't take
What
it.
gets you more angry, him or Nicholas?
Oh, don't. Well, I have the belt now, so it's like retribution was earned, but I still think about
Wait,
it.
Joe. Little side topic. Joe, remember when we would play WWE, and I had that arch nemesis for a while? Do you remember who that arch
It was the
nemesis?
fucking bunny.
Oh, I remember that.
You should make Jared.
You
arch-
make a Nicholas.
Yes. Make him a Nicholas.
Like a 4'8" scrawny guy that's 110 pounds and have him wrestle. But give him obviously a rating of like 100.
No. Give him Braun Strowman's moveset. Within size of Nicholas. I still remember that because I would just keep beating the hell out of him, and then he would make me tap out. Fucking bunny. I hated that rabbit. I did.
It wasn't even an actual bunny. I literally just downloaded.
All right, All right, so Elias was the first turn.
Let's go into the next one that I feel like You know what? Let's
Braun?
go into Braun.
Yeah, Braun, is that what we're the other
I was
one that
thinking
you were
either
thinking?
Braun
I feel
or
like he kinda
Ambrose.
Well, that's the obvious
He
one.
kind of turned face last
Yeah,
week.
like I would assume that Braun was a face. Like Elias
Yeah.
and Dean were very obvious. I would assume Braun is a face again now.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean,
Well,
think-
he said Brock was going to get these hands. I mean, that's...
Yeah, that's
well, and
that's
he
his
also
face
said
to
something
get.
really nice about Roman.
Yeah,
like,
and he
I
also
would
he
assume.
said when he beats cancer, he can get another shot.
Yeah,
at the
like
belt.
I'm going to assume he's back to being a face, which thank God. Honestly,
I hate to
like-
be a downer, but Braun, you're not going to be champion that long. You might be champion for about a week. Or
Why?
you might lose to Brock at Crown Jewel.
Why? Because the belt's
Oh.
cursed.
Or because you might lose to
One
Brock at Crown
injured.
Jewel.
Well, there's gonna be at least
Balor,
one, there's gonna be one
Owens,
more-
and Reigns.
There's gonna
They're
be
all
one more
injured.
Raw before Crown Jewel even happens.
There
so,
is.
So they're not gonna put the belt on Braun right away.
I'm expecting.
They're gonna. There's something's gonna happen. At
Brock
Crown
is
Jewel.
not going to win the belt.
I'm
Brock-
praying to God they just. I'm praying to God they just fucking do it.
CJ, if it was anyone else, I'd be like, yeah, you're right, but it's Brock Lesnar.
Nah,
Brock-
fuck that.
They
I'm
have
praying-
to
they're
shell
gonna
out
do
so
this
much
right.
more money for Brock to stay.
Fuck that. They're gonna do
They
this
can't
right.
afford it after like backing out of Crown
What are you
Jewel.
talking about? They're not backing out of Crown Jewel.
They're
not yet.
We're gonna talk about that
They-
right after
That's-
Dean.
well, that's
They're
a-
just
yeah.
going to make that as much canon as possible. Like, that Crown Jewel, if Braun wins the title, is going to be like Rio de Janeiro tournament level.
Well, it's like,
of
'cause-
just not happening.
Well, so you lose Roman, so you lose a face. You gain back 2 more faces with Elias flipping and Braun going back. Hopefully,
you lose a
hopefully,
face.
right? So now
let's talk about this.
How
loss
do
of a-
you even this out? Well, you make Dean turn heel.
on the best night to do it?
Now this is
literally the best. It was
this
the best
is
thing.
this is I have mixed feelings for this. Now, I love the shock value was unbelievable.
Yes.
Because if you tell me you saw it coming, I think you're lying. Like honestly,
I saw it coming, just not now.
well,
Yeah.
I'm talking about
That
that
night, nah.
night. If you're telling me that you were ready for that, you're out of your mind. Because with what happened to Roman, then you're telling me they got the tag team
championship.
and then they dedicate it to Roman, which means you know they're gonna win. They win, and then he turns.
That is
That was great.
That
It
is
was great.
unbelievable. Now, that's the positive in my mind. The positive is just the shock. How surprising is that? What
Yeah, but
confuses
now the
me
dust is
is
settled.
the follow up.
is now why do you have they win the tag team and now what are you gonna do with that belt now? Why not have Ziggler and McIntyre
I
just
guess that's
win?
why we have to tune into Raw next week.
I
and
get
find
it's
out.
just, well, I'm definitely gonna tune in. Like, it's just that's what I dislike. Like as Joe was saying, like now the dust is settled. Now we're done with the shock. And what the hell is the like? I guess they're gonna feud for the IC title, but what was the point of winning those tag
I
team
think
belts?
it's to get it off of both of them. You
Like,
know,
I
they're gonna vacate it, and it's probably gonna be Revival versus Authors of Pain, which is what we all deserve.
But why win it in the first place?
But the
Because
revival.
you wouldn't expect it. It was
Right, but that's
literally to further the plot.
but that's my point. Like that's
But
what
the-
I'm saying.
but the
Like
revival-
it's just pure shock.
Yes.
Is the only reason they did it, and that's a little like it's a little. But
no
it's
one
like,
cares about the tag team belts. It's
which is
On Raw-
unfortunate.
On Raw, at least they don't.
on Raw.
Right, which is unfortunate because the fact that Authors of Pain or Revival don't have it right now is honestly
I
disgusting.
think the revival's still incapacitated.
yeah, they're
they're-
still concussed. They got beaten up backstage again.
They're still in the backstage area from last time from friggin' Dolph and Drew taking them out.
But yeah, there
Now-
was a lot of movement. A lot.
Did anyone else think that this turn could have been better if he attacked both Roman and Seth?
Wait, when?
That
I think
night?
if the news didn't break that this wasn't
No.
happening,
No,
what-
CJ,
Yeah,
no.
I'm still trying to like comprehend what just
No,
came
I'm
out of
just
your
saying,
mouth.
like,
You're telling me
nuclear
after Roman made that announcement,
Yes.
you're actually insinuating that there was a possibility that Dean would beat up Roman?
he would have Tommaso Ciampa.
That's
heel
No,
beat.
no, there is
No.
no.
That's
no,
not
no.
Tommaso. That's,
This is
that's
different.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah,
That's
no.
not Tommaso Ciampa.
This is no Tommaso Ciampa.
I'm just saying.
Don't ever
I'm
say that.
I'm not.
At least
I'm not for it or against it. I'm just saying
At
the
least Johnny
possibility.
Gargano.
There is
could've came
no
back and fought
possibility
back.
of that ever occurring at all. Now, if Roman wasn't
If Roman was injured, then fine.
right, if that was the way to write him off TV from an injury, but no, just no.
What are the chances that Dean Ambrose brings up Roman's battle with cancer as the reason why he snapped?
No, this
Please
isn't.
stop.
This is not
Please
Reed
stop.
Flair. Stop
This-
it.
this
This
is
is not
so-
Paige versus
This
Charlotte.
is so wrong, man.
CJ, you're not even in the bad idea
Yeah,
room
you're
right
taking
now.
this to a different
I'm just
planet
saying.
Step
right
outside.
now.
No,
There's,
get out.
there's not
Like-
much justification for the turn.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
I'm just saying there's no justification for the turn other than the fact that Roman leaving probably made him snap. I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
my point. That's what I'm saying. Like
You're saying that would be a bad thing?
I'm saying that was the positive and the negative to this. The positive was the shock value. The negative is really like
What's
like,
the follow-up?
Like what's gonna happen? Right, exactly. And I completely and I'm
I'm
curious to
just
see what they
worried
do
about
now.
what they're gonna give Dean for this, because WWE has had a recent history of using stuff like that to further storyline.
I
Case in
legitimately,
point, Reed Flair.
you're right, but I would be shocked and horrified if they use the arguably most popular guy right now in the business, who has just epitomized being a superhero and just a stand-up individual, and if they really do this,
They've used deaths.
I just don't
Reed-
think that after what happened with Reed, I don't think it will ever happen again.
I'm just saying they've done it.
I won't.
They just have a history of it, you know.
You're
and
right.
Also,
You're right, but
and not only
I
that,
can't.
you know how
I
many
can't fathom
how
it.
many times they've done like they're gonna break an Edge's neck again type of deal and stuff.
Or when they worked Paul Bearer into the build of Undertaker versus CM Punk.
Oh,
Or
they've
Randy-
done bad
or
things.
when Randy Orton has said that Eddie's burning in hell.
All right, that was a long time ago. We've grown.
I
We've
feel
grown.
Randy Orton is still a sadistic bastard.
We don't
Yeah.
use hell anymore, CJ. We use screwdrivers. We're taking a step
when
forward.
I was talking to Joe
Or
also.
parts unknown.
When I was talking to Joe also, it's like I was comparing, like talking about how like Roman, like behind the scenes, like a great guy, and we were talking about like who's like the polar opposite, and I brought up Randy Orton, because he's just such a filth. Like I don't know, it's just
There was something that
God damn it.
that caught my ear during that whole turn was that Dean kept telling Seth, "Watch your mouth."
yeah.
Like that. I
Or you
think-
wanted this. There was a lot of you wanted this.
But like,
Also,
when he said,
that he was
"Watch
saying.
your mouth," I'm like, "What is Seth saying?" Like,
It
so
was probably all the lunatic stuff he was saying. I don't know.
is this gonna
Like,
be like
this is
the-
actually, we're gonna get a real, authentic lunatic fringe at a
No,
Dean
I'm
Ambrose?
excited for that. I just
No,
don't want
I'm
them to
excited
botch
about it
it.
too. I'm just
Is
saying,
it-
like,
is this
this is
gonna be like-
where we're gonna get the actual one.
Like
This is
you
like
did
May
this.
19th.
You shocked us. You wanted to make this arguably the most shocking turn in arguably ever
Since
And,
Seth, really.
I mean, like, but even
Since
then,
Tommaso.
but let's be honest. There were rumors when the Shield was going to break
No,
up
but
that-
everyone
that
thought it
first
would be
time.
Dean. No one expected Seth.
Right, but still, like, it's not like this. This was such a Tommaso.
I
yeah,
think Tommaso was like the most.
Ciampa was a super surprise. But again, there were rumors like just having it happen the way it's just so surprising.
So what happens? It happens if every time Dean hears the word lunatic is when he snaps. So like if he's totally normal next week, but then like everything
You're
goes
such
fine.
a lunatic, and then just
Like
gets that twitch.
it's like May 19th
Nah.
all over again. May 19th. What? Oh god, get out of here! Run! You said it. You said the date. Get the
So
hell
it's
out
like
of here.
I don't know what to.
But
so
like,
it's
that
like
would actually be a good way though to make. Dean
I'm
feel
curious to
better.
see what it's literally like you just put all your cards on the table. You gave us this shock. You turned him heel. Now, really, just in blatant terms, you do not fuck this up.
Is anyone scared about what this is gonna do with the relationship between Renee and Dean? On screen.
Oh, like how Renee
On
commentates.
on screen. I'm
I'm not worried about. I'm sure Renee's just gonna be like, I don't know what came over. Like, I don't know why he became this, or probably just something
I'm
like
more
that.
worried that like Dean's gonna snap and like
Renee will go heel.
He's gonna dirty deeds Renee on the concrete.
Yeah.
In the ring.
yeah.
and then make her a lunatic. Oh my
Yeah.
god! Just
Wait,
boy.
isn't maybe you could get like just some crazy chick to come be with Dean and just be like,
That's what Nikki
Don't-
Cross is.
You want to make a
for.
triangle, John? You want to make a triangle? Really? That's what you want to do? One of the most shocking heel turns in recent memory after this jarring crap with Roman. And you want to make a fucking love triangle?
"Hey, we made a love square with Summer Rae, Rusev, Lana, and
And
Dolph
look where that
Ziggler."
turned
And,
out.
right, let me ask you something. How'd that go?
It would have went fine if Rusev and Lana didn't get engaged.
That was Lana's fault though.
Oh my
that
God.
was Lana.
Technically,
You
it's
shouldn't have said
Rusev's
yes.
fault. He proposed.
It's always Rusev.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
shit,
fucking
Lana did not even
Rusev.
insult
Yeah,
her,
who
that
likes
shit.
Rusev here, right, guys?
Goddamn
Like, fuck
losers.
Rusev.
Ah.
I fucking hate all of you. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
So
I guess that's it as far as this whole Roman.
Well, because who
stuff
was the
going
one?
on.
Who's the one that they just signed that has like the woman they just signed that has like a psychopath gimmick? I'm trying to find.
Van Ness, Laura Van Ness, Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green. That's
Ah!
have her be the sicko with Dean Ambrose.
Yo,
and
motherfucking crazy chick. This
Wait.
bitch be like,
Dean Ambrose is dating Sister Abigail.
alright, Joe, you're fired.
Yeah,
Have
you
a good
are
one.
fired.
I wrote it.
Even I never
said
said that stupid idea.
Yeah, even CJ's not that stupid. Sorry, CJ.
No.
Woken Matt Hardy is controlling Dean Ambrose's brain.
Oh my
From the
God!
Hardy
No!
compound.
Stop!
Joe,
Stop!
I'll laugh if like something like that, like obviously
is
something
what-
like that's not gonna happen, but I wouldn't surprise you if it turns into something
This
bad.
is how Jared and Joe break up. Jared yells at him, "Watch your mouth," and beats him while they hold a belt.
Well, if Jared calls me a lunatic, there's a nice patch of pavement outside my front house that will easily be used for dirty deeds. So, Jared,
What? Why do we?
Has
I-
yet to say it, by the way.
I
Just
have
pointing
been.
it out.
I just want to say that I just got threatened for saying 0 words.
I mean, he said words before he said anything.
Well, I know, but
Jared,
regarding
watch
this,
your mouth.
I'm sorry. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
look at me. I'm the captain now.
You just spat on yourself, just in case you're curious.
I'm not curious.
You're not
I'm
curious?
a lunatic.
Yeah,
you
you're
wanted this.
you're something, all right.
Shut your mouth.
Nah,
Civil.
Jared's the lunatic. You're the fridge.
Lunatic fridge. The lunatic fridge.
Oh my
Oh
God!
my god. That's good.
not
That's
taking
good.
over
That's
for
good.
you, Age
If
Outlaw.
Joe's psyche snaps and he becomes the lunatic fridge, oh, we got.
Lunatic fridge.
Can we
show.
can we patent that? Like, can we
We're gonna
trademark
make that
it?
into a T-shirt.
Yeah, we gotta get a T-shirt. The lunatic
And
fridge.
it's just Joe going, "Ah."
Wow. You want this?
The lunatic fridge is when I go downstairs in the middle of the night and can't find the midnight snack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right,
It
so
did not take long for this podcast to delve into.
I actually think we've put it together pretty well here. I actually.
It's moving along smoothly.
Yeah, like, actually-
It's moving a lot better than I thought it was.
Yeah, I actually
Unlike
think we're putting
Crown
this together.
Jewel.
I understand- oh, God.
Okay, do we want to talk about Crown Jewel before we do our evolution stuff?
Yeah.
I feel it needs to be spoken
Alright.
about.
All right, before we talk about anything, I gotta say this. There is a rumor going around that
Oh,
Crown Jewel is going to be moved
Yeah,
London.
to the
To
New York
UK.
City area.
Oh, New York City.
New York City, because this
Oh,
is
I
the
was
most,
doing
hearing-
10 bucks
I was hearing
shows.
UK.
I'm in.
No, I heard New York City because it's the most easily marketable city for WWE.
Yeah,
they
but-
know that they can get all that people.
Yeah, but I
quick.
got a bit of a little warning for Vince here. If he's planning on using the Garden, the Knicks and Rangers have both started their seasons. It's gonna be very hard to find a.
They have Shawn Michaels,
Yeah, it is.
Triple H, Undertaker, and Kane.
This
Brock
is the National
Lesnar.
Basketball
Yeah, right. You're
Association.
looking at two major sports that make a lot more money than.
Yeah,
than
but
Unless
you're,
they
also-
go-
you're also talking about potentially what is it going to be like the actual date has been moved or just like the arena? Because
Definitely the venue's being talked about.
I
and it
expect
looks like
everything
the date
to
too.
be. I
Okay,
expect
then.
everything to
the
be
Nets
moved.
and the Nets are playing, and the Islanders. That knocks out the Barclays Center too.
Well, no one wants to go to the bar.
No one wants to go to
unless
the
you go to Long Island.
Yeah, the Long Island is
Unless
also.
you combine Crown Jewel and Evolution.
Oh yeah, let's do
Which
that.
we already have our tickets.
Please, $45 for Shawn Michaels.
You guys will get a 7-hour pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Fuck.
But yeah, my honest opinion of this, especially now that like John Cena and Daniel Bryan are both saying like,
Yeah,
we-
that's another thing.
We don't want to be a part of this. I think that's definitely going to put him over the edge because obviously John Cena probably has the most pull out of anybody.
Well,
So do you have
and
to
same
add
with
women?
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, right. No, absolutely. So I feel that
They're
they're
both-
definitely going to move it. Will they change the date?
I'd assume so.
I think it depends on the destination. Like if they are able to get a place quickly and like figure it out, so it could be on, I believe, November 2nd. They'll do it. I
Well,
don't.
if it's November 2nd, isn't that a Friday?
It's
Yeah.
a Saturday.
November 2nd's
No, it's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yeah,
Was
just
it
like
was November? Is November 2nd?
Yeah, just
the
like
day?
the
It
last
is the
time
day,
they did a
All right,
Saturday
so then it
show,
might
it's
do
Friday.
November 4th then.
Right. I think that I don't think they're gonna push it purposely just because like, oh, we're changing it,
Yeah.
let's just push it. I think it's just gonna come down to like the destination. Like if they need a couple more days to figure it out,
Yeah.
they're gonna do it. But I would be
And
shocked
no tickets have been sold for this event yet. They never released
because
it.
they don't know where it. And I would be shocked and disgusted if this really happened.
So
in
if
Saudi
it
Arabia.
moves from Saudi Arabia, do women get put on the card then?
I would be okay with
Well,
that.
Well, then if it gets moved,
I
and
think
it
they
somehow
made
lines up-
Evolution like around this time for that exact reason. Though.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make sense, but at the same time, like you already have like a pay-per-view spot. You might as well just get rid of Crown Jewel
Right.
and then just put all the men.
You guys
Like, it
aren't
kinda-
seeing DX vs. Brothers of Destruction. Get the ticket you paid for. You're getting greedy now. You can do both. Yeah, we won't.
But yeah,
mind.
legitimately, that's why I think they had Evolution right here because they know that there can't be any women in Saudi Arabia, so you may give the all-women's pay-per-view at this
Yes.
point. But now that it's changed, you're just gonna leave it
Between
alone.
the murder of the journalist, you know,
Yeah.
John Cena physically, he has a lot to think about with his movie career and stuff. If he's in Saudi Arabia during all
Well,
this,
John Cena
that's
is
bad.
his own brand. Just
That's
like
why-
He is his own brand.
That's
Right.
why The Rock turned down an appearance at SmackDown 1000 because of all the hot water there and publicity-wise, he couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, and then Daniel Bryan's also featured in a prominent match
And I think
for the WWE Championship, and the fact that
and
he's
D-
pulling,
Who's also big in pop culture
Yeah.
as well.
And
So
Dean Ambrose, I think, has also voiced his displeasure with, and you might have something with him involving Seth Rollins there. So
yeah, so I'd be shocked. I'm almost certain it's gonna move. Supposedly they were actually gonna make a decision like by the end of this week.
Randy
so I'm
Orton
curious
wants to still
see.
go.
So
Yeah, I'm sure he
by the
does.
time- by
Randy
the
Orton
time-
wants to shake their hand.
Yeah, right.
So by the time this podcast gets posted, we'll have a definitive answer and we'll post something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if
So-
it's in New York City, who wants to go?
Well, let's one thing at a time here.
Well,
Let's
one
just
thing-
get it out of
Well,
Saudi
one thing at a
Arabia.
time. We're still planning to do a Mania thing. Like we gotta.
Mania tickets haven't been released yet.
October,
Yeah.
right? Well, it is October. No, I expect it to be released pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty soon, and we gotta at least save up for that, and then we
Yeah.
also have to figure out plans and shit like that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I don't know. I want to see DX versus
Looking it
Brothers.
up. Looking it up.
What were you saying, CJ?
I want to see DX versus Bod.
I have an article from last
Brothers
week.
of Destruction, just
I
in
have-
case
I
you
have an
couldn't
article-
read
I
into
could
that
not. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put that together at all. I heard bod. I'm like, bod,
one. Brothers of Destruction.
bod.
Okay, so the tickets are scheduled to go on sale Friday, November 16th with
Okay.
a pre-sale.
I get paid. I
with
get
a
paid.
pre-sale 2 days
I
before.
get paid as well,
I don't know
so-
what that pre-sale is, but if it's City or Mastercard, Jared and I have us covered.
All right. So we give you.
Yeah, and then we
the
can.
prior?
Yeah, we could send you the
All
money.
right, one thing at a time here.
Okay, fair enough.
The hell
But he just wanted to throw something.
What was it?
I don't know. He can't throw his shoes anymore because you guys would steal it.
Oh,
so he's
yeah.
just throwing garbage.
We started learning.
Oh
Alright,
shit! He's
so-
learning.
All right, so I guess we could start talking about Evolution.
Well, yeah,
wanna take
one
a
of you
quick
had-
break really quickly. and
What's
then-
up?
Well, because one of you had a piece of information about Charlotte,
Oh,
which
yeah,
I guess we'll
so-
touch on after you wanna
Let's touch
it
on
after
it
the-
with
after the break?
Evolution.
Okay, fair
Let's-
enough.
It's a mystery!
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Hello, are you a promoter looking for some fresh meat to feed your superstars in the ring? Are you a big, strong wrestler looking for a good squash match to build up your strength? Are you Roman Reigns wanting to impress Big Mac Daddy Vince? Look no further than Job R Us. We provide the best kind of jabronis out there this side of the squared circle. We got local guys, we got skinny guys, we got weird guys. Hell, you can have all three guys. Just ask James Wellsworth. He's a Job R Us guy too. So call now at 1-800-JSQ-UACH for more information. Yes, that is 1-800-J-Squash. Job R Us, a good squash with no botch. Job Squash is also an equal opportunity provider. However, we are not liable for any royalties if these jobbers turn out to be superstars.
And we're back.
Yeah, in case you couldn't tell. In case CJ didn't give it away.
Fuck off.
Anyway.
Oh, are you? Oh, I didn't bring CJ's pop. That's a shame. I'm thinking about keeping that now. By the
You
way.
got
Yeah, he
him
wants to keep it
so
now. He
I
wants to
know
keep
he
it now.
does.
He said it to me. He's like, "This looks nice."
I know it looks
I'm
nice.
like,
That's why I
I'm like,
wanted
oh god, he's just gonna be pissed.
I am pissed.
I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good.
I know it looks nice. That's why I wanted it. You had no interest in it.
I might be willing to negotiate a financial settlement.
How much? I'll give you 20.
$1 billion.
Isn't he
Man,
just the
I-
worst? Isn't he just the worst?
I lost the Mega Million, so I
I think everyone did.
no, someone in Hop Hog won, bastard.
We're gonna find him. If it's the guy who said Roman still we're gonna kill 2 birds with one stone, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So, Evolution.
It's a mystery.
Full of change that no one sees.
See the line in the sand. Time to
Break
find
it down.
out who I am. Evolution.
DJ, would you like to break down the card?
All right.
Break it down.
I don't know. Okay, so the
Sure.
WWE Evolution card, which is going to take place this Sunday, October 28th, at Nassau Coliseum on Long Island, New York. It is going to feature a giant battle royal of women featuring stars.
There's your
I thought it was of men. I thought it was of men. A giant battle royal of women. Is that how they're billing it? Is that the name of it?
That's the Matt Hardy marketing
Is that
technique.
yeah? Is that the name?
The championship of NXT.
Yeah, the giant battle royal of women. Can we get an article? Like, can we get the name of this?
I don't know.
The giant
Is this the
battle
number
royal
one
of
contenders
women.
battle royal? It's gonna feature stars such as Asuka, Naomi, Carmella, Lana, the Iconics, the Riot Squad, not the Riot Squad. Absolution. You got Tamina, Nia
It's a
Jax,
mystery.
Ember Moon,
Michelle McCool.
Michelle McCool, Kelly.
I think Ivory also.
Ivory's in there. Alundra
Molly.
Blaze.
Medusa. Like this.
Alundra Blaze.
Yeah.
Same person.
Yeah. So we
Tori
got all those
Wilson.
people in there. Tori Wilson. Yeah.
I found something interesting.
What?
I found it hasn't been confirmed, but
Oh, boy.
apparently Sable is reportedly turned down.
Yeah,
the
she
appearance
turned
at
down the
Evolution.
Oh yeah, we know
That's
that.
fine.
that's-
Yeah, because that's the person we want to talk about how much the women's division has evolved.
Victoria.
I ain't delayed to mess with.
Anyways, we also have a 6-woman tag team match featuring the Boss and Hug Connection, Bailey and Sasha Banks teaming up with Natalia
It's
versus.
the Boss Hug and Cat connection, actually.
All right, the Boss Hug and Cat Connection.
Don't say that. Don't encourage him.
Bailey, Natalia, and Sasha Banks facing off against the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riot with 2 T's.
What?
It's been an ongoing joke ever since she debuted on the SmackDown roster that she has 2 T's in her name now.
It was one which was on NXT.
Yes.
Two
So-
T's.
Yes, we have the Mae Young Classic Finals between Toni Storm and Io Shirai. Spoiler alert.
Right.
Probably should have said spoiler alert first.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, we spoiled that.
Yeah,
probably
we spoiled that a
over
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was spoiled a while ago.
We also have a tag team match featuring WWE Hall of Famers, also known as Besties, Best for Business, Trish Stratus and Lita taking on Mickey James and possibly Alexa Bliss, if
Or
not.
possibly Alicia Fox, depending
Possibly
on
Alicia
what's
Fox.
going
Alicia
on.
Fox.
I think we should make those into 2 separate categories, personally, based on predictions. We also have the
there-
NXT Women's Championship contested by NXT champion Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. We also have the Raw Women's Championship,
Death.
Ronda Rousey
Death. The execution.
versus Do Nothing Bella, Nikki Bella. And finally, we have the last women's standings match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Champion Becky Lynch defends her championship against Charlotte Flair.
Also, Lita and Trish against the whatever.
I
whoever they're
said
facing
that!
Isn't. No, it's not in the predictions area. There's no section for it.
Jimmy!
Hold on, I'm looking to make sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I'm
And,
right.
and the
Yeah.
UK championship.
No, it's
No,
it's
the UK one is in there.
no, they cut it out.
No, they
Appar-
didn't.
They put it on an episode of NXT UK instead, actually.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
it's still being reported.
No, the title? Pretty sure the title is still going to be defended at Evolution.
I was actually reading up on that, though they kicked it off.
No, they're still saying that. It's
I mean,
on-
either way-
Wikipedia?
No, I'm on Cultaholic right now. It's saying.
When was this report?
Hold on, I'm looking. Hold
Yeah,
on.
look up when the
I mean, in all honesty, I think we're all going with Rhea Ripley because
Yeah, she
so
won.
I'm pretty sure it's all a wash anyway.
Because it's Rhea Ripley and some other chick.
Yeah, it's something like Ilse.
It was the 22nd. That was 2 days ago.
It was just.
I read
go.
something today that it's getting kicked off because they haven't made any announcements about it.
Well, you're stupid.
Maybe you whiffed
Or
on this
maybe
one,
Cultaholic
CJ.
stupid.
Can it be
Shut
both?
your mouth. You're stupid.
Can it be both?
You know who's stupid? Rusev.
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
Hey!
I was. Hey,
my
I just want
mouth
to.
is not dirty!
You stupid
Hey,
idiot.
hey, I just want to say I was rooting for Aiden English. I really hope he took him in the match.
Hey, I'll tell you this much: that shoe is winning the Royal Rumble next.
Yeah, seriously. Why did Rusev need a distraction to beat him? Couldn't he just murder him like normally?
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
I don't know.
So let's get into
But
this.
yeah, so Lita and Trish against whoever is not in the prediction.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll put it
So
in.
the
Give me 1
besties
second.
best for business.
Okay, I'm not putting that in. But
Yeah,
The
please
besties
don't-
best
please don't
for
put that.
business.
You put that, I leave.
I'll walk with
Yeah.
the title.
Yeah.
I'm taking my ball and going home like CM Punk.
You don't have any balls.
Oh!
They're in the fridge.
So whether the UK title is on Evolution or not, I think we all agree it's
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley, right? Yeah, good, great. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Next.
Well, Joe, you can't disagree with Jared. You're both one person.
Mm.
I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose whoever. I'm gonna choose TBD.
Who?
TBD.
They didn't.
They didn't announce
I
it.
thought you were about to
announce
say
it.
vacant.
Vacant already has the Universal title. He's gonna
Again!
Lose, he's gonna lose it to Braun Strowman.
Yeah, what is it, like a 13-time WCW champion vacant?
No,
Well,
wait, actually, vacant is
Vacant
the
is the first ever
Two-ti-
multi-time Universal Champion.
Yeah.
He took it from Finn the first time,
That's disgusting. That's just wrong.
and I'm pretty sure Vacant was pretty much Goldberg's whole reign,
Yeah, right.
and Brock's.
All right. So,
All right, Jimmy,
what match do you wanna
The
predict
Giant
first?
Battle Royal of Women.
Why don't we just go down the list?
Yeah, who
That's
has the
in-
list?
What are we?
I
have
have
it right-
it. So
I have it right here,
Sasha,
Rich.
Bailey, Natalia versus the Riot Squad.
All right.
Are we going to go for that first? I thought we were doing the Giant Battle Royal of Women.
just gonna-
That's
let's
the
just go
following
down
one.
the
Let's just go
predictions.
down the list.
So,
Okay.
which one are we doing?
The
The
six
triple,
woman tags.
the six, yeah, six.
All right.
I'm gonna give it to the Riot Squad. I feel like they have the most to gain by this.
We're taking the faces,
All right, that's fair.
the cat and the
Boss hug cat.
yeah, all that. We're taking Boss Hug and Cat.
I'm gonna go with the Riot Squad too. I don't know. Why.
All right, then.
I just
I don't know. I just feel like the Riot Squad needs a win.
Well, we know Jimmy's picking Lana for the Battle Royal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
no, actually I'm not because I totally still blame her for every bad thing that Rusev's going through in his whole life.
All right. So just to recap, CJ and Jimmy are going to be going
So
for
you
the
know
Riot
what? My
Squad.
prediction. So
Oh,
my
boy.
prediction for the Battle Royal is not Lana.
Anyone
It's gonna
but
be
you.
Rusev. He's gonna pick Rusev to win the Battle
No,
Royal.
motherfucker's gonna pick James Ellsworth. That's who we picked for the Women's Royal Rumble.
Oh my God.
I picked that as a surprise entrance, and we were close.
No, you.
No, we
weren't.
were not. All right.
And don't say we.
I
That was all you. We told you not to do it. Just as we told you not to do Santino Marella or Finn Balor or Rusev 5 times.
Shut up.
All right. So the Giant Battle Royal of Women.
Asuka. Please let it be Asuka.
Jimmy.
Not Lana. I'm sticking to my
That-
sticking to my answer.
All right. If you would like to specify that just a touch more.
Not blonde-haired, ruining Rusev's life, Lana.
So not Summer Rae either.
All right. You want to narrow that down a little more, so to eliminate some
Not
competitors.
Dolph Ziggler either.
not Dolph Ziggler either.
Any other blonde people that ruined Rusev's lives?
I don't know.
Donald
I
Trump.
don't know.
No.
Chris Jericho?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Naya.
No.
Jimmy, Joe and I are also going with Asuka. For me, it's really a big toss-up
I
between
mean, she
Ember
already
and,
won the Royal Rumble and
Yeah.
had nothing go for her on that. I'm just
which
saying,
I think is like more the reason to like.
Yeah. She's
do
the
it.
most logical
And if
challenger
Becky Lynch,
after Becky.
right. So that's where I'm going. Could Ember win? Yeah, and if that
I'm
happens,
just saying the next logical
I'll
opponent for Ronda Rousey is Nia Jax.
I just don't think
No.
they should repeat it again. I feel like
Not yet.
they'd be repeating.
I'd say put
what-
that
what
into
is-
the Rumble, but I think with Ronda, I think her next, whoever wins the 6-man, the 6-woman tag match, I feel like whoever wins that is gonna end up facing Ronda next.
Could be.
So if it's the Riot Squad, which I'm hoping for, we're gonna get Ruby Riott versus Ronda.
I feel like Ruby could still face it, just even if
If
even
the
if
Riot
they
Squad
lose, let's
loses,
be
then
honest.
it's Bailey versus Ronda, and Bailey wins.
Get the fuck out of here.
She's gonna
Jared,
give
you
her
want
Bailey
to partner
Bailey.
up with me instead of this big
Bailey to
brain-
Belly.
It's tempting. Hey, I didn't choose this.
The Bailey to Belly is the most over and protected finisher in the WWE.
What the hell are you talking about?
When was the last time someone kicked out of the belly to belly?
Belly to belly, Bailey to belly.
Yeah, belly to belly.
Belly to belly.
Belly to belly?
I
Belly to
still,
Belly to belly?
Booty
Belly
to
to belly?
belly.
Buddha bada bada?
Booty to belly.
Next match.
That's a German suplex, CJ. Don't get it wrong.
No, that's Big E's belly to belly. It's booty to belly.
Next match.
All right.
Kyrie Sane versus Shayna Baszler for the
No,
NXT
the Mae Young
Women's-
Classic, fucker.
It's
it
on
doesn't
the
matter.
list.
We're doing
We're
the
going
list the
in
way I wrote
order.
it down. Suck it up.
CJ, you're really close
Kyrie
to
Sane.
Tombstone.
Kyrie Sane.
Kyrie Sane.
Kyrie Sane.
Jimmy?
Yeah, Kyrie Sane.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler has to move up.
I think Baszler's going to move up. I think
Baszler
that's
could
what's happening.
also realistically face Ronda next for the championship, or
That would be sick.
or also we could get like the 4 horsewomen going up against the Riot Squad. You know,
I would say it
just to
better not
even
be.
the
It
odds.
can't be 4 horsemen versus 4 horsewomen because Charlotte and Becky ain't exactly happy with each other right
Could
now.
get the UFC horsewomen.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
They
about.
are the UFC force.
Yeah. So
They're
I
all
don't-
signed to WWE
I don't know if I think 2 of them are still like
No.
in the,
in NXT.
They're in
Yeah.
NXT, but it doesn't.
Jessamine Duke and Mashari Shara. I don't know.
Did
I don't know.
correctly
Modern
say
day
that?
Maharaja?
You just butchered her.
You sound so good on the first, like Jessamine Duke and then Mashara
I'm
Shana.
learning now. That's exactly what you
Masahiro
sound like.
Tanaka.
Funaki! SmackDown number 1.
Iro Shirai. All right, next one is the Mae Young Classic Finals. Iro Shirai versus Tony Storm.
Oh, this is a tough
Tough.
one.
I think it's the
It's
toughest
one.
one to
Because
call.
Kairi Sane and Io Shirai have a very, very big history with each other, but at the same time, Tony Storm does deserve it. So let's go let Jimmy go first.
Tony Storm.
I figured that. You're a big English mark. You know,
I think
you got a
I-
hard on
Well,
for Tony Storm.
First off, Toni Storm's not English. She's Australian.
Whatever.
Second off,
Well, she's big in the UK. She's going to be in the UK.
I don't think that they're stupid enough to give it to another Japanese.
That's racist.
Ooh.
I
That's
know it's racist, but I know
Fuck
like
racist.
you!
no, like I'm serious.
It's
They're not going to
racist.
do that.
You racist animal.
You're just mad you don't want all the Japs to win.
You racist beast.
That's not true because I actually wanted Nakamura and Asuka to win, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So
and it
And
did.
it did.
And it did.
It happened.
It did. Oh, you mean
No.
at WrestleMania? You talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm talking about after the
Oh,
fact.
they meant the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they meant the Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about afterwards when everything got bad for them.
Yeah. I don't know. Because
It's a tough one.
Toni
It's a tough
Storm,
one.
I feel like, is the only realistic option to face Rhea Ripley. And I feel like she has to focus on building the NXT UK scene. Io Shirai is more for NXT as a whole. And I feel like we can finally get that Japanese strong style we've been missing in NXT.
Yeah, it's tough. You can
Hold on, where's your mic?
Is my mic testing?
God, I hope so. I hope I can
Testing,
lead the show
testing.
for this.
Hey,
I
there
hope I
he
can
is.
take this team over.
There we go. Shut the fuck up.
I will be the Paul Heyman of this group.
Great.
You already are.
No, this is like a complete toss up. I feel you could just flip a coin. I mean, we're going with Io Shirai. It's
I'm going to go with Shirai, too, because she just seems like... She had
She's
so much
beginning-
fanfare.
and she
Yeah.
beat Rhea Ripley also. So
Yeah.
I maybe that'll help.
Just like Kairi Singh got the most attention for last year's Classic and won. I think it's the same thing with Io Shirai.
But it's because I think Toni Storm lost in the semis last year, so it's like
Yeah.
if she won, that
We're
could
just gonna
complete
keep
an
building it up.
I-
She loses the semis, then loses the finals, then she wins next year.
Yeah, pretty much. But like Io Shirai was supposed to get, she got so much fanfare when she got signed. Like she was reported as one of the biggest signings since Asuka, and Io Shirai was also supposed to be signed a couple of years ago, but due to injuries and stuff, she couldn't pass the
yeah,
medical test.
I thought in the beginning that Io Shirai was going to win, so I mean, I
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
And Toni Storm doesn't need the Mae Young Classic as much as Io Shirai.
just
Let's be
because
real
she's
here.
part of the UK now, and I feel like Io Shirai's
She's
probably
gonna be the face of the UK division.
right. So
And what
it's
better
close.
way to go right
True.
straight into the UK
Right.
division?
No, because the winner of the Mae Young
No,
Classic
that's
is
I
going up to
100%. I
NXT,
agree
though.
with that. I think that either
NXT,
way,
though, it didn't specify if it was specifically NXT UK.
I don't
or
think there's a
US
bad way to book this match. To be
There
honest
isn't
with
a bad
you.
way.
I don't
to
think there's a
book
bad
it.
way.
It's a coin
This
toss.
one
It
is
really
going to be
is.
probably the most fun match to watch, though.
Yeah, because this can really go either way.
I deny that. I think there's gonna be a little bit.
What about
two
the
more
giant battle royal of women?
Yeah.
I think it depends on who's coming back for that.
Wait.
but
Should we put some more on like the giant battle royal women? Like who gets the most eliminations?
No,
No.
no,
We're not
that's
doing
too
that
much
again.
'cause we
We're
didn't
not
really
doing
think
that.
We didn't think that way through.
no.
Roman Reigns took up our whole idea, talking points for this podcast.
Fair enough.
So
Michelle McCool's gonna win the whole thing. Just saying.
And I
Oh, you
think-
changed your
wouldn't
pick?
be- I
Just
wouldn't
saying.
be
Change your pick.
No, 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 no,
I
no,
would
no.
not be happy about that.
I will
would
choke
be
you,
pretty
Jared.
happy.
I feel like
Michelle McCool is the holder for most
Eliminations.
Rumble eliminations.
look
for women.
look if we
Give me that dub, baby.
if we do the friggin' Kofi pick, is it still lazy to pick Naomi? Is it still lazy because it worked last?
I don't
the
know.
last
Ember
time?
Moon's in there too now, so she's a good shot. Well, she was in it last year, but now she's not like beaten the fuck up by Shayna.
I'm just hoping it's either Asuka or Ember Moon. Just
I'm
one of those
assuming
two.
Asuka. Ember Moon, I don't want to feed her to Ronda.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's,
I'm
I
gonna
picked, I
skip
picked
this.
Molly Holly.
I'm gonna skip the SmackDown title. We'll talk about that one last.
Yes.
Let's go to the tag team one: Lita and Trish versus
All
Mickie
right,
James.
Let's
And
separate this.
we're
And
taking
either-
Lita and Trish regardless
You're
of
taking
who,
Lita and Trish.
of who is representing. That's what we're doing.
Lita and Trish are scheduled to be part of more in the upcoming.
Programming.
Yeah.
Just Lita doesn't win with a moonsault because I saw what she did at the Rumble. She almost broke her damn neck. And we're
But
not trying that
if you
again.
feel that did this shut off again?
please give me my moment to shine. My new
Testing.
new
God
MVP
damn it.
daddy.
We're good now. But if you feel that separating it changes your pick, then you can.
No,
separate
I
it.
don't. Looking at it very,
Well,
like
give
right
you the-
at it.
We'll
Lita
give you
and
the right to change your pick if Alexa is confirmed to be out of
Yeah,
the
because that affects it. I mean, that affects it. It just so happens we have the same pick regardless. But if you want to change it, you can.
If you find out tomorrow Alexa's definitely out and that makes you change your pick, then we'll give you the right to do it.
Right, because obviously you want them to put over Alicia.
Fair enough. Yeah. I would have picked Mickey and Alexa if Alexa was going to be okay. I've been seeing some reports that she's not.
Yeah, I don't think she's. I
Dave
don't
Meltzer
think
says
she's
that
going to be there.
going through concussion protocol, so it's very unlikely that she's going to show up. I'm very upset by that.
Yeah, and
But-
I feel so bad for her because she's been one of the best part of like arguably the best part of the women's division recently, and
Arguably the
besides
best heel
Bayley.
currently right now in WWE as of a whole.
maybe the
Becky.
Miz, probably the Miz.
Oh, yeah.
No, the Miz is probably the best heel in the company.
Thomas
Alexa
Ciampa.
Bliss.
Dean
I think.
Ambrose?
Ciampa.
Ciampa,
We
I
don't
think.
know that yet.
It's Ciampa, okay. Like Ciampa,
Leukemia.
Alexa Bliss. Oh my god.
What'd you just say? I didn't even know.
No,
No,
don't
we're not
repeat
going
yourself.
past this.
Don't
What
do
did he-
it.
what did he
Don't
ju-
do it, or
what
I'm
did he
putting
just-
you in the corner and kicking you out of this room.
said
Don't
that?
fucking do
Oh,
it.
he said it.
Did you really say what I think you just said? You sick fucking beast. I will deduct points from this predictions right now. You sick animal.
It's Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels the biggest.
You
heel
are going
in WWE.
straight to hell. Like, there's no toll booth, there's no rest stop. You were going straight there.
There's no purgatory.
Yeah, no. There's nothing in between.
You
You're
don't
going
need to pay
right
the
there.
ferryman. You're going straight on
You
the boat
sick,
for free ride.
sick fuck.
Let's stop laughing.
I can't help it. It was
Don't laugh. Why are you laughing?
Don't encourage
You're
this.
just as bad as he is. You are all.
It's
you,
because of him.
you
Look
sick
at him.
beast.
Look at his damn face. He's just laughing at his own joke like an amateur moron.
You're on the same line going to hell.
Yeah, but
Oh
I have to
my
pay
God.
him. I have to pay him.
Yeah, right. You can get the
He's
tolls.
like,
you can
you
get
know
the
what?
rest stop. You can
You'll-
stay at
you'll
like
go
a.
to circle
You can
number
stay at a
5.
B&B. Like you're going there. You're going there.
You can go to Circle
We're
5.
gonna tie you to the
Jared's
bumper.
eye, ladies and gentlemen, Jared's eye just bugged the fuck out.
You are-
when he said that. He
We're
said that
tying you to a
CJ.
bumper, and you are going straight there. We're not stopping.
I
The
do not
Undertaker is
regret-
personally gonna throw you down.
Yeah.
on the
Undertaker's
ring mat,
throwing you through
straight
the
to hell.
ring, with the flinching,
God.
like he did the Edge in that SummerSlam Hell in a Cell match.
Hope you sleep it. Hope you lose sleep. You sick fuck.
I do
Wow.
not
Hope
regret-
Roman finds you and just spears you as hard as he can. God fucking damn it.
All right.
So who we going with, guys?
I'm gonna go with Lita and Trish.
Regardless.
Regardless, because I feel like this is gonna be an extended program that's gonna lead to Alexa Bliss versus Trish Stratus 1-on-1.
Jimmy, you going with lead and
Yeah,
Trish?
same thing.
Yeah.
Plus,
chances are Alexa's not
I
going to
do,
show up.
I do feel like if Alexa is in this match, Mickey's gonna end up taking a lot of the work and probably to eat the pin.
Yeah, I think Mickey's gonna take the pin, and then Alexa's like, "You never pinned me. You're still not better than me," and it's gonna extend the story because
And
we
she's
need
gonna
to
t-
see Trish versus Alexa.
But then she's gonna turn on Mickey. But then another 2 months, we're gonna pretend she didn't turn on Mickey and call her old. And she's like all the times again. She's gonna go back to hit and repeat.
So everyone's picking Lita and Trish.
And Trish, yeah.
All right.
Besties, best for business.
All right, now time for the execution match of.
Ronda Rousey
Where
versus
Nikki Bella buries Ronda Rousey, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. This is going to be bad.
Wait, are we gonna get a repeat of like Survivor Series 2015 or
Where
2014?
Where
2014.
Bree kissed AJ Lee and there was the one elbow.
I'm really hoping that this
Yeah.
is just a straight 1 minute
So this
squash.
is-
That's what I'm hoping.
This is where I have like some concerns because this pay per view is going to be about 3-4 hours. There's only 6. 1, 2.
Well, I think there's
3.
8 actually. If the UK title is there,
If.
it will be 8.
Yeah, but if the UK
No,
title's not there,
That's 7 actually. 1.
if the UK title's not there,
Battle Royal, 2 tag team matches, 3
Oh, no,
championship
yeah, you're right,
matches,
you're
and
right,
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
classic.
it's going to be 8, and I expect all the matches. If let's say, especially if Ronda Nikki is a squash, I expect all the matches take up a lot of time. Especially
Yeah.
it's the first women's pay per view. The Battle Royal is going to be like a good chunk, like maybe a good 40 minutes or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
how much
like,
time do you want Ronda and Nikki taking out?
It has to be
10 minutes.
10 minutes. It has to be less than that.
Yeah, but if there's no
One.
UK title, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Of time
That's
left
what I'm
over.
saying. Like if they're
Yeah,
They're gonna have them.
Right, yeah, that's
They're gonna have them
true.
have a 30-minute match.
Let's be.
I mean, we'll know. Like, if this, what was it start at 7, I believe. So if it's like if it's 10:30, like you might see some death on your screen. So
well, we're gonna be
depends.
there, so.
Oh yeah, right. You might see some death live death.
That actually that sounds enjoyable.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
gonna lie.
Live death.
All right,
Alright,
and ding ding, start the stopwatch.
So I think
everyone.
it's all pretty much assumed that we're all going with Ronda Rousey, right?
I don't know, Jimmy.
Like-
Are we going with Ronda Rousey this time?
Of course I'm gonna go.
Really? That's a shock from SummerSlam.
Oh my god.
Well, to be fair, Jared and I didn't think Ronda was winning the title at SummerSlam. We thought it was just winning the match.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a
Oh,
disqual.
I knew she was winning the
I thought
title.
Alexa was going to hit her low or something, and Ronda would just win.
I thought it was gonna be the other way of Alexa not getting.
So
DQ on that.
yeah,
So-
we're all going with Ronda.
That was my
I'm
thinking on that.
I hope. I don't know if it will,
Who
but
do you think Ronda's next challenger is going to be?
see, I think it obviously depends on the battle
I
royal.
already know who it is.
Do you think it's going to be the Battle Royal or depending on that 6-woman tag?
Well, we're going with Asuka, so
Yeah.
I honestly think that unless there's a return, I do think Ruby Riott is probably the best choice.
Yeah.
Ember Moon is not bad, even though they're both faces, because it could just be like a respectful, really great match at Survivor Series. Ruby Riott's a really good heel. She's done well. I mean, it's been slow, but when
Well,
she's there,
remember,
she
game
right
does
now
well.
It could be champion versus champion like they did last year.
It's
for Survivor
possible.
Series.
Could be. They
Which
could
I
do
would,
that.
I would enjoy that very much.
Becky,
then
Ronda,
there's
or
one-
Charlotte. Either way, to be honest,
So-
they're both
And
fantastic.
then there's
Charlotte
another
Ronda
pay-per-view
has
of
to
at
be
least
saved.
one
Probably
more
for
match.
WrestleMania.
So there's at least one more pay-per-view of one more match. And then who you
Unless,
pick?
of course, Crown Jewel comes to New York and then we just get that match there.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what
we
are
don't
we
even
talking
know
about?
anymore.
It's specifically one for women, specifically one for men. Why can't you get that together?
Yeah, we don't want equality here. We got to separate these.
Separate, but definitely not equal. That's
No,
what we're
definitely
preaching.
not. Yeah,
That's
separate
what's
but
going on.
not equal. Okay, that's the slogan of this podcast. I could see just all the viewers leaving right now when, as I say that.
I think they're starting to filter out already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
probably.
Yeah, let's be honest. CJ knocked him out like a minute ago.
CJ
Yeah.
made him tap.
All right.
Who would I tap out?
I'm not gonna go with
I'm
that.
not
no,
paying
we're not.
attention.
Okay, so
Good.
the SmackDown Women's title: Becky Lynch versus Charlotte.
Becky. Becky's been killing it. Becky has more to gain as champion. And also, Charlotte needs to stay away from the title picture so she could rebuild herself onto the Royal Rumble. And then she could face Ronda Rousey.
Jimmy.
Okay, so
Swear to God, if you say anything else but Becky, I'm going to kick you in your beard.
Charlotte.
Hello, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
let me go
Paige.
through my way of thinking.
Paige.
Paige.
The fact that this is probably going to be the headlining match, that you wouldn't put the women's version of John Cena as the winner of this match would be absolutely crazy. But TMZ reported a while back that Charlotte is being sued by her ex-husband, claiming that she defamed him in the new book, falsely claiming a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't know. I don't know.
I
This
feel
one's
like
tough.
that would make Vince put the belt on her.
Yeah, right.
It's like that would automatically just give the belt to her. It's like
You're a true Flair.
Marital problems before your 30th birthday. You are your father in every sense of the word. Here's your title reign.
and I'm not against Becky holding the belt because
Yes,
I
you
liked
are.
it. I just
Yes,
no,
you are.
no, I'm not. But if you're telling me that they're not going to put the main woman of WWE as not winning at the first ever women's pay-per-view, you're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Charlotte's already won.
Well,
That
First
doesn't
ever main
matter. It's
event
the first time
of a
a women
pay-per-view.
having a full pay-per-view just to themselves.
Look, let's be real here. Charlotte's going to end up winning the first ever main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
How much more can you give this fucking woman?
Everything.
They're fighting again.
Look, just because.
So obviously you're going with the bitch that's Ric Flair's
Not,
daughter. Oh!
I don't know yet.
So you're just saying all that shit, but you're still gonna side
I'm-
with me.
I'm
What a
completely-
hypocritical bitch.
No,
I'm
that's
actually-
not being hypocritical. That's
Yes,
looking,
it is!
How's it being hypocritical? Exactly. That's what I thought. Silence.
No, I'm paying attention to Joe looking like a dead plum.
What?
It's because he's wearing a purple sweatshirt. Everybody, just in case he wouldn't.
Okay, I am.
But I'm conflicted. 'Cause I
I'm
don't know.
completely in agreement with Jimmy as far as like this is whether you agree or not. This is not clear cut. No
This one's
chance
not clear-cut
is this clear cut.
Before it was clear-cut,
You can I
but-
thought Charlotte was gonna. My original thought was Charlotte was gonna come into Evolution and Becky. This is Becky's chance
Exactly.
right
But
now.
they fucked that up.
Right. So there's a little piece of like what are they gonna do? What is the correct move? at
Becky.
The
this
correct move
juncture?
is now to
Probably
keep it to Becky.
probably keep it to Becky.
Becky.
I think that's the correct move.
Becky.
But shut the fuck up, CJ. This is extremely difficult. And the odds show it. I could easily see this going either way. It's a last woman standing, which means regardless of if Charlotte wins, the feud ends here. It will end. Becky will not get a rematch even if Charlotte wins. It won't happen. It's a last woman standing match. It's not going to happen. So, it's going either way. Joe and I are going for Becky.
Good.
It's
I feel like it's way too early to take it off her.
But yes,
I do too. But again, that's
WWE
why
does this shit. They do,
Exactly.
and I
They did
completely.
it with John Cena plenty of times.
I
This is
completely,
exactly
I
the same
100%
situation.
agree with Jimmy in the fact of this would not be a shock. You can't just say Becky and move on. This is
Becky.
going to be no. You can't do that.
Becky.
Oh my god, this is going to be tough. It's going to be a great match for sure. Another possibility of how you could say Charlotte is.
I swear, if this ends in a smash, this is gonna be the worst pay-per-view of all time. I'm
Imagine just neither one gets up and they
That's
fight.
the-
and they
that's the
fight.
worst.
and
I'll
they
be
fight
so
again.
anticlimactic. I'll be so mad.
Jimmy,
Double low blows again, like AJ and Shinsuke.
if that
James
happens, give
Ellsworth-
me back my money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
I hate to say it, Jimmy, and it's not anything to do with the fact that it's an all-women's pay-per-view. The build for this pay-per-view has shown that it might end up being the worst.
It has not been the greatest.
No, it has
the
not
build,
been.
the
No,
build
it's not.
should be
This is
so much
basically
better.
all right. So we have a couple title matches.
The only
Every
really
other
great
woman-
build is Charlotte Becky. I think the only really
Well,
fantastic.
unless we've been watching Mae Young Classic and
Right,
NXT,
true. Right,
which
that's-
I don't
that's-
think any
putting
of us have
time.
in a
That's true.
while.
Well, right. Kairi Sane, Shayna Baszler is great. Charlotte Becky's great. I mean, UK, Mae Young, those are all
I
fine.
mean, Ronda's the only one that
At
did
least they've
like
been putting
one good
time
thing to help
into
build.
Ronda's
like
title.
right, like Ronda. I guess the build is fine. It's just everyone knows what's gonna happen. Like
Yeah, but that's not even that to me is not bad though. Like
right,
I'm gonna enjoy
right. That's
Ronda
true.
killing
Right,
Nikki.
that's true. I think the point of having the Riot Squad against Sasha Bailey
They
and
wanna
Natalya,
shove
when
as
you
many
can't
women
just
under this
stick them
card
in
as
the battle
possible.
royal, or do something else. Like
I think it's better that they at least have their own match.
I would.
They were literally trying to shoehorn everyone that
Yeah,
wasn't a
right.
champion or challenger into the battle royal.
I would have done
I
Sasha
would've-
in a perfect world. I would have had Sasha versus Bailey at this.
In a
pay-
perfect
in a
world,
perfect world.
I
Bailey
would have
would
had
have
a WWE Women's Tag Team title match. At
I'm
like a
still torn on
tournament.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
was-
still torn on
wasn't
that.
there
Just
supposed-
because of the
there's still
thinness of the
supposed to be
roster,
an
I was still a little
announcement.
torn on that.
Yeah, there's
At the
supposed
show,
to be a
right?
tournament. And I feel like that would have been a great way to use at the time instead of the Battle Royal. And especially you could use that as build-up on Raw and SmackDown.
Here's my thinking about
And then you can
about
have the semifinals on Evolution.
right. Here's my thinking about the tag titles. Like, it's a good idea if you did it on Evolution, but I feel like you're going to need a good amount of part-timers to stay if you really want to have a
Well, that's
tag
where Trish
division.
and Lita come in. I feel like they're going to be factored into the women's
I
tag
think
team.
I think you'd need more. I'm being honest.
Well,
I feel like if
you need
you're
8 teams. You need 8 teams for a basic tournament, right?
Right.
So you'd have Lita and Trish. You'd have
Well,
Sasha Bailey.
I'm
Riot
not.
Squad.
Well, I'm not arguing the tournament. I think the tournament would be good. I'm saying that when it ends, all of those teams, I feel like you're going to need a lot of them, and because some of them
Well,
obviously going to be
also-
part timers to stick around.
Well, yeah, but if you're also that's for like the big pay-per-view shows, like you're facing off of that, and
Right,
they can do that. And they
right,
can fill
yeah.
in with like jobbers or like start really calling up NXT women.
Yeah, I
Or,
mean,
like, you
you'd
can even
be
defend-
stretching, but you have to admit, like, whether it's right or wrong, you'd be stretching the division. You'd be stretching it hard, and I don't know if I don't know.
I think that's why they need to be. I think that's why championships should be equally co-branded. Like that's. At the end of the day, that's how
agree
it's
with
supposed
that.
to be.
I feel like it's going to end up being a once the Fox deal hits, I feel like a lot of championships are going to be dissolved.
Could be.
You
Could
know,
be.
you're going to have the WWE Championship as the main title, the Intercontinental Championship following suit.
What are they just going to get rid of the Universal?
They're going to get rid of the Universal.
Yeah.
The United
Well, I
States.
think they got rid of it as soon as Roman put it
Yeah.
on the thing.
Right.
Like,
United
Please
States.
do.
no
Burn
one
it.
else is really going to be Universal Champion.
United
Sure.
States Championship is going to get absorbed into the Intercontinental, and then they're going to put the Cruiserweight Championship on the forefront.
Yeah, so that's where me and him disagree.
Wait,
on
so you're
the
saying they're going to get
concept.
rid of the U.S. and just
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
make
that's what I.
No,
thought.
they're going to keep the U.S. So you have to keep the U.S. title.
And you have to keep the Intercontinental. as
Yeah,
well.
oh
There's
yeah,
too
you
much
got to
history
you got to
with
keep
both.
you got to keep it separate.
I think they.
You still need a good amount of you can't have like 2 champions.
No,
You need
I know.
something that needs to be specifically branded for that show.
I feel.
And I feel sorry to cut you off, but that's why having like the United States one on SmackDown for Fox would be perfect. Having the Intercontinental on NBC Monday Night Raw would be perfect.
I don't know.
But-
I disagree with that because I feel like the United States Championship has been an afterthought since
So has been a whole bunch of
since
other
John
championships.
Cena's reigns back in 2015. It's been an afterthought. No one's cared. The Intercontinental Championship, on the other hand, is prominent. The Cruiserweight Championship.
Well, not anymore because it's been like amidst this feud with Ziggler, McIntyre.
Yeah.
and Hopefully this
But
is
it hasn't been as
hopefully
long
this
as it-
Ambrose Rollins
Yeah.
feud is for that title.
But
hopefully.
going back to it, the United States
Is a joke.
Championship.
Absolute joke.
Absolute joke. The Cruiserweight Championship, however, puts on consistently great matches
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Well, because you have an entire brand that can dedicate all of their programming
That's
to that
what
one
that's what I'm saying. You could
championship.
probably still do that, but you could just put it more as a forefront.
instead of the United States Championship, which we all know no one's doing with. And there's a lot of guys that are under 205 that can challenge for the championship. You
really is pathetic what they're doing with that title and what they're doing with Nakamura. Like,
yeah.
I am disgusted at what has occurred.
The women's championships are more than likely going to be unified. You're probably going to get that. And then this is where the women's tag titles come in. Because you can do that with all the excess women that
This
aren't
is
at
all
first.
great conversation, but Jimmy, who are you picking?
That's what I wanted to end with.
I'm still sticking with Charlotte, but I have my
Charlotte.
reservations.
I mean, you have to remember it's only
I-
Wednesday. Like, we could still,
Yeah.
could still change as it gets closer.
I'm still sticking with it. I have reservations. Like, I could definitely see now Becky winning. Like,
either way.
before I was an afterthought, only because they're not going to do that to their John Cena. I hate to put that to Charlotte because
yeah.
she doesn't deserve that, but
I completely agree with you. Charlotte should have came into this as champion, and this should have been Becky's coronation.
Exactly.
It's 100%
That
the
would have been
truth.
the perfect thing.
100% the truth. And now that it's not, I guess in a sense it's also worse because it's adding so much more unpredictability to this. If Charlotte came in right now with the title and Becky never had it, we know who would win.
Yeah.
yeah,
we
exactly.
know for
I
sure
know, and it would be
who would
great.
win.
It would be such a great
But
moment.
now, especially because, like, I don't think any of us are picking any title changes. I don't know if any of us picked title changes. We all said Sane.
no.
We all said Ron. What, you picked the title? Who'd
well,
you?
it's Charlotte, but
Well, no, like for not counting this match. Like
no.
No, he actually picked Ronda.
right. Yeah, right. So he picked Ronda, the UK, Ray Ripley.
Rhea Ripley has to keep it.
So Kairi Sane.
Has to keep it.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
I believe that was it for the. So if there was to be a title change,
It would have to be this last
it would
man
pro-
standing-
or
last
or
woman standing
Baszler,
match.
which it wouldn't be the. I don't see it, but like if it happened,
Baszler?
would I be like mouth open shocked? Probably
Baszler's
not.
more of a ruthless challenger, a la Dean Ambrose.
She's better chasing for
yeah,
sure.
Dean Ambrose
for sure.
is the same way. You know?
And you'd expect her to get called up. Baszler's ready, and
Yeah.
like this is Kairi Sane's time. And again, if Io Shirai is able to win, there's a possibility.
And then I can also see Kairi Sane, taking on Io Shirai. I can see her also taking on Toni Storm. That's also a toss-up.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I feel like
Absolutely.
with Kairi Sane, she also has Bianca Belair ready-made as a challenger.
Yeah.
So that's waiting for her.
So we'll see. I think it should be good. Obviously, it's only Wednesday. Our predictions can change as this time goes on. But for what it is now,
What are some matches you'd rather have seen instead of the Battle Royal?
well, the tag team. There was definitely. You could have had a tag team tournament for sure. Again, I have my reservations about what would happen going forward, but I'll tell you right now that tournament would have been outstanding. That I'll
Yes.
definitely agree with. I think it would have been cool to have like some legends go against like some current.
Melina and Naomi
superstars.
would have been a very entertaining match.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I-
that would have been great.
I really think that like if you took like someone like I don't know Michelle McCool and you put him against Sasha or so, you know what I mean like I would have loved to see a few more of those because like Jimmy said they're having like 3-4 hours here and I don't know how they're gonna get it to that point like
For the first
Unless
time,
there's gonna be like some, like
It's gonna be a
promo cutting in
segment or
between these
something.
shows, and I
Which
don't know
is-
if I
which
wouldn't.
is- I
for
wouldn't-
when they do it on
we
pay per
don't
views,
need
it's
that.
not great.
No, it never's good. We pay money to just see the matches. Let's be honest. That's what we see. That's what we want to see, and that's what we're paying. Especially that's what you guys are paying for. And but I definitely would have liked to see some old school, new school matchups for sure.
I would have liked to have seen Beth Phoenix versus Nia Jax personally. That would have been the match I would have wanted to see.
There
Or
are so
a
many.
rematch of Natalia and Beth Phoenix.
I was
she's
just
gotta
about to
get
say that.
revenge
I was just
for
about to say
throwing
that.
her out of the Royal Rumble.
So yeah, that would have been good. There are so many
I
ways.
still think that it should have been Trish versus Ronda for the title.
Yeah, that
I
would've been
love
good.
when they first announced Trish against Alexa. I thought that was fantastic.
Oh,
I
it
really
was
did.
great.
That was so fantastic. Then when they made it the tag team match, I was like, why? And then I started to realize that maybe Bliss wasn't 100%, and they wanted to like
that was
make
with
it a
her
tag.
arm, too. That's why they made it.
Right, they wanted to make it a tag match because they thought she was going to be there but not be 100%.
Yeah.
And now, unfortunately, this whole match. I feel like if Alexa was 100%, they would have done Trish Bliss, and I would have liked to assume Trish would have put her over. I would have liked to assume that. Who knows? But yeah, I think that 100%.
I think for once I agree with Jared, and I think Sasha versus Bailey would have been a good match.
Sasha
Yeah.
would have been. Yeah,
Oh
I agree with
my
that
God.
one.
Honestly,
Oh,
we still
100%.
haven't seen a proper Ember Moon versus Asuka match. And
Oh.
that
Oh,
At least on the main
imagine.
roster.
Yeah, you could have split up that giant battle royal
Very well.
You could have kept it a battle royal with, and had
two battle royals at once in the War Games ring.
I'm ignoring that. Like you could have still had a battle royal, but there are so many good competitors in there, like in singles competition.
No, I
you know,
agree.
that you
know,
could have
when
had
we were
face
talking
off,
about it before,
you know.
Asuka versus Ember Moon was one of the ones we were talking about in interbrand match.
Yeah.
You'd have
Yeah, you didn't have to be tied by brands with this. This is just all the women. Like you could have
Exactly.
just had some really
If,
great
if
matches.
Paige
and
was healthy, I would have loved to see the Riot Squad versus Absolution.
that.
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be the plan, though, at like a
yeah,
Survivor
I'd
Series.
assume that was the plan. Yeah, I'd
Uh,
assume that was the plan.
But unfortunately, Paige got injured.
Yeah, so it's like I'm going into this with
Paige
some,
injury screwed up everything, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
definitely.
Because I think Paige was supposed to win the title or win the
Paige
Rumble.
was supposed to get a title for
or
sure.
she was supposed to win the Rumble again, and then Alexa was supposed to defend against Asuka.
Could be. I
Something like that. Or
could be.
Paige won the Elimination Chamber.
I think
against
Paige.
Asuka.
I think in some respect, Paige was definitely supposed to get a title. Get
Yeah, and
the title.
and was supposed to win like a first ever and versus Asuka. I think that
Yeah.
was the plan.
Could be.
Because they were hinting at that for
Yeah.
a while.
So yeah, so it's like I'm going into this pay per view with like some reserved expectations, because it's the first one. We don't know
As
where it's
long
gonna
as
go.
Becky wins,
I
will
think
be happy.
I think the biggest disappointment is this battle royal that you could
Yes.
have made a lot more out of just putting 25 women in here and young and old and just doing this. It'll probably be entertaining for sure. Battle royals are always pretty entertaining, but I think you could have done so much more with all of that talent. Definitely. Definitely.
who do
You could have made it like a 15 or a high teens and have like 3 great singles match. Like there's a lot that could have been done there for sure. And again, the Riot Squad against Sasha, Bailey, and Natalya. I feel like you could have split that up a little more too.
I feel like
What do
Natalya
you-
should be in this battle royal. I think
Yeah,
she's
right.
the
Like
one.
Natalya as an older, she probably should be in the battle. You
She
could
probably should have won. If
Yeah.
if Natalya was in there, I would have put Natalya in there so she could verse Ronda.
Yeah. I also think Ruby Riott, and that's why I think she should face Ronda. I don't think she gets enough credit. She's not billed as she should be. She's really, really good.
Yeah.
And they don't, and that's probably why she doesn't have like some big high-profile singles match at
Oh,
Evolution.
Son of a bitch! You know who we forgot?
What?
Where's Nikki Cross in all this?
They were.
Well, she's
yeah.
currently right now doing something with Aleister Black.
She-
so.
she's-
I was actually.
No,
thinking,
that's already done.
I
We
was
already-
thinking about that.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
done.
she should be involved in something.
If she's in the battle royal, she's a strong pick.
She's
to win.
getting
Definitely, but
scanned for
she has-
2K19, damn it. She's getting
I-
scanned.
But she hasn't been confirmed,
So that's
so
instead of a title shot, she gets to be in the video game.
I'm gonna be
that's our
honest.
battle royal
I'm gonna be
win.
honest. I got a sinking feeling they're gonna give it to someone terrible who wins that battle royal. I got a sinking feeling
Lana?
it's gonna go to something
I
bad.
swear to God, if Lana wins that battle royal, I'm
Or-
not showing up. I'm not coming to the podcast.
No, I'm feeling something like a Naomi, like something that just.
Naomi, I
Naomi
could also
wouldn't be
see
bad
that.
though. If let's say Becky wins, like Naomi would.
Imagine
be bad.
this-
There's so much better though. Like if Asuka Becky compared to Naomi
They could
Becky
also
is
push
like.
Asuka Becky to Mania.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like
That's
would be
also
better.
a strong
Well,
possibility.
Survivor Series is still a big 4. Like if that happened, that would
Yeah,
be.
but I've been hearing now that they might be doing Ronda versus Becky at WrestleMania instead of Ronda.
which I
versus
doubt.
Charlotte.
I
No.
think if WWE has
Where'd
a
you
brain
hear that,
of
Joe?
I'll pull it up in a minute.
if WWE has a financial brain, and we all know Vince does, like one thing you could say is he may get like
It's gonna
the
be Ronda
results.
versus Brie Bella.
He may get the results.
Ah!
He may get the results wrong sometimes, but as far as knowing to make money, Vince knows how to make money.
It's gonna
And
be Ronda
it's
versus Charlotte.
got to be.
It's gonna be Ronda Rousey versus Triple H in a shovel on a pole match, and Triple H is gonna win.
I would be.
Triple H is gonna win.
They each get a sledgehammer. Have at it. Oh my
Triple
God.
H
You
won't
see-
put her over.
You see
This is for control of NXT.
Triple H just trying to climb, but Ronda Rousey just punching with the gourd. She's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
So wait, Jared, before we end this podcast,
Oh,
I know
boy.
I asked Jimmy this. Jimmy disagreed with me. I asked Joe this. Joe might have agreed with me. I want to ask you this now.
Oh.
Do you think Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair should main event WrestleMania 35 this
Well, hold up now. Hold up. Before you answer that.
year? You disagreed with me, you
yes,
fuck.
because Roman was in the picture. He's not in the picture anymore.
Beforehand.
Whether Roman was healthy or not, if Roman main evented this WrestleMania, that would have been trouble. I just
I'm
don't
not
think
saying.
that's
I'm not
that's
saying
for
it would
sure.
be bad. I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen.
Right. Well, right.
I think
agree.
I think
Will it main event WrestleMania? There's a good chance. Should it? Yes.
yeah.
It should. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it should.
Yes.
And
I
I know-
100% believe it should. You got probably the two best. Now you do. They are. They're the two best women out. They are in WWE. They are the two best. That's what I legitimately believe, and I think that it would just be something fantastic.
That story would have topped anything that Roman Reigns could pull. Save a Rock's return. Rock return could have pushed.
There
it to
was the
main event.
possibility of Rock winning the Rumble,
And if
for
The Rock
Roman
won the
and-
Rumble,
I-
he had a good shot of
Right.
main
That
event. But I feel like
definitely
it
would've
still
done.
should have went to Ronda versus Charlotte.
Right. So I think that this is your best chance. I mean, granted, I thought Charlotte Asuka was going to be just absolutely amazing, and it was a solid match with the wrong winner. So, I really hope they don't screw this one up. But if you're making this the main event, the build is there. It's all there. It's all there. You don't have to turn you don't even have to turn anyone heel. It could be just pure respect. Two amazing competitors. You could turn Charlotte heel.
I want Charlotte heel.
it would work. It's not like it wouldn't work. It would 100% work because she is definitely.
It was the Wrestling Observer newsletter that said officials wanted to book Ronda versus Charlotte. However, the plans might be changing, and Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey could be the plan. A lot of people are more interested in that than having Charlotte versus Ronda.
See, that's surprising to me. I would feel that
I'd rather Ronda Charlotte because
for sure.
that would be the main event.
Yeah, I don't think and nothing wrong with
Unless
Becky, but I don't.
Becky steps up harder than she's been.
Right. Well, hopefully, again, perfect world, good booking. Becky beat Charlotte, and then we see what she's really made of outside of Charlotte. And yes, CJ, if you're right. If Becky proves that she can hang with anyone and she could be like a Charlotte, maybe she is main event material. But at this juncture, I can't.
Charlotte
believe it
versus
right now.
Ronda would be the main event.
Yes.
match.
Yes.
At this present.
Those are the faces of the women's division.
Agreed. But Becky is gaining steam.
Becky is 100% gaining
That's
steam.
the scary part because
But
Becky's like a Daniel Bryan gaining steam right now.
And it just would be just the most disgusting thing ever. Is as she gains steam, you just give it to Charlotte.
That's what they did with Batista.
And that's why Jimmy. It could definitely happen. It's just, it would be so stupid.
It would be stupid.
It's
I'm
just
not
like
saying
it's
it,
something
I would like it. I'm
WWE
saying
does.
It would happen.
It's something they do, and they do it laughing. And it just. Yeah, but yep, that's it.
And now that Roman's out of the picture, I hate to bring this back to circle.
Yep.
Now they need to have like a real, strong champion. And I'm not saying Becky's not a strong champion, but she's being booked as a heel. They need another face
I think
to put into that spot.
I think Becky could definitely do it though. Like I don't think there is like.
Unless a double turn happens, and that's also another possibility.
Yeah.
And I'd be happy about that too.
Yeah, me and Joe, we're thinking about that when we were making the predictions. But I think it kind of undermines everything you've done. Like you have.
I think Charlotte needs to be done with Becky because if Charlotte beats Becky for the title, who's next as far as heel women? on
Exactly.
SmackDown
There are
Live?
no heel women on SmackDown. Seriously.
Lana? No, Lana's a
She's a
face
face.
now.
But seriously,
Carmella's a face now.
seriously, Carmella's face now. So it's like.
I mean, you bring the Carmella, bring the Iconics into this, I guess.
No.
But right, but it's
Unless
like
you're bringing Nikki Cross into SmackDown.
right. The
now.
only thing I could think of is and this is
that would be
Or
stupid.
Shayna Baszler.
and this is even if Charlotte did beat Becky because you still probably have to face a heel for the title. Either way, there's a heel that Charlotte has to face, and there is nothing right now.
There's
nothing.
Becky is the most sensible option right now.
So and are you really gonna like if you let's say you have Charlotte go into like a not so great feud because there's no heels, you could pass it. It's passable because she doesn't have the title. But if you have Charlotte with the title and you just have her face Peyton Royce, you know what I mean? Like
At WrestleMania,
Mandy
baby.
Sachs.
Main event.
right? Or
Or
Sonya
Mandy Rose.
Deville, Mandy Rose, like it's not good.
But don't be hating on Sonya Deville. She's getting better.
Sure, no, I'm not saying she's bad, but it's like as far as getting a title shot, none of those women I feel are ready to take on someone like Charlotte. So you keep it on Becky because you have Asuka, you have Carmella, and you have Naomi, and any of those would be serviceable, if not fantastic, especially someone like Asuka. So we'll see what happens. There's a right decision, and then there's the WWE decision. We'll see if it's similar or not come Sunday.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I do
Just-
want to say one thing though. This pay-per-view, no matter what happens, I think will end up being iconic.
And let's just end it with this. Becky. Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play Music, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast. And now, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any questions, comments, or feedback. Until next time, Audio Marks.